Welcome to this lesson. We're going to look at fear and self-doubt. After redundancy or a major setback, fear can become very loud. It might sound like, what if I don't find another job? Or what if I'm not good enough? Or even, what if people think I have failed? Self-doubt can also creep in quietly. It can make you question yourself, your skills, your experience, your age, your value, and your future. But here's something important to understand. Just because your thought feels real, it doesn't mean that it's true. Your brain has a way of deleting, distorting, and generalizing information. Fear is not always a warning. Sometimes fear is simply your mind trying to protect you from uncertainty. And let's face it, uncertainty is all around us right now, and we really don't know what's going on. Self-doubt is not proof that you are incapable. It usually means your confidence has been shaken and it needs to be rebuilt. The goal here is not to pretend fear does not exist. That would not be honest. Fear is part of being human. Fear is always with us. You've got to treat fear like your companion. It's always going to be with you. The goal is to stop letting fear lead every decision. You can feel the fear and still move forward. If you haven't read the book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, I highly recommend you getting that book from the library and have a read. You can feel uncertain and still take one small step. A lot of people wait until they feel confident before they act, but confidence often comes after action, not before it. You've got to take consistent steps, which is going to build competency, which is then going to build confidence. Small action creates evidence. Evidence builds trust. Trust rebuilds confidence. So today I want you to start naming the fear. What are you actually afraid of? And then ask yourself, is this fear based on fact, or is it simply an assumption? A fact might be, I need to update my CV. A fear story might be, no one will ever hire me ever again. Those are very different. Fact will give you something to work with, whereas fear stories keep you stuck. This lesson is about slowing down the spiral, challenging the story, and taking back control one thought at a time. You're not trying to become fearless. You're learning to become courageous. The courage simply means taking the next grounded step, even when fear is still in the room. So let me share a little bit about my journey. I know what fear feels like. I know what it feels like when you have self-doubt, when it starts to creep in after setback. When I went through the restructures and redundancies, it was not just about the job ending. It brought up questions like, am I still valuable? And why does this keep happening to me? For me, fear and self-doubt were not just career thoughts. They connected to the deeper feelings of rejection and abandonment that I had carried for a long time from childhood. You see, I'll tell you a little story. So I was 7 years old. After my parents had separated when I was 5, I got sent to India to a boarding school, which was literally cross between army and prison. And at the age of 7, I was there. And for me, I felt like I'd been abandoned, I'd been rejected, no one loved me, no one cared about me. And of course, those feelings I had held on for so long, those are the things that were triggering me when I was going through restructures and redundancies. For me, it became my own prison in my corporate world, in the job market that I was in. And it also played out in my personal life as well. But what helped me was learning to separate the facts from the story. I was telling myself all these things which weren't even true. And the fact was that the role had just ended. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. When you think of it that way, like, okay, this is just another job. I still have the skills, I still have the experiences, and I still have the knowledge that I've learned through many jobs and this job that is ending. So how can I then take those experiences and learnings and skills and find it and apply it to something else? Now, it took me 4 redundancies to come to the conclusion that I wasn't meant to be in the corporate world, and I wasn't really enjoying the work. The fear story was that I was not good enough, and those are not the same thing. That shift was powerful because it helped me stop carrying every setback as a personal failure. And for a long time, it was personal. Remember back to those times, the first redundancy, I cried. The second one, I was like really, really angry. How dare you let me go? I've got so much knowledge, and if you let me go, then who's going to do all this work type thing. And then the third one was more like, okay, let's see what happens next. And then the fourth one was like, right, I'm done. I've had enough. I want you to ask yourself, what fear is currently taking up most of your space in your mind? Pause and write it down and ask yourself, is this fear based on fact, or is it based on an assumption that you assume that something is happening to you? Everything happens for us, not to us. I invite you to identify one fear story that you're ready to challenge, that you're ready to go, right, this is not fact, this is an assumption, or you want to question that and go, is this really true? I want to encourage you to share one fear and reframe it if you feel like it in the community. If not, share it with me. And then mention the fear and the self-doubt. And I encourage you to go to the downloads in this lesson and download the worksheets and start working through them. Again, you don't need to do everything in one go. If it takes you a week, that's fine. If it takes you 2 weeks, that's fine. This is not a race. This is a journey of helping you break through the paradigms that are holding you back, the beliefs that you have. It's to break through some of that stuff so that you can set yourself free from those chains that are holding you back, right? Now, if you're not on the Champion Academy and you're watching this on YouTube, then I encourage you to click on or go to the link in the show notes and go to the championmindsetcollective.com/academy, sign up to the academy and be part of the community. Now, there's the free community where you can just be part of it and chat and have conversations. There's 2 other tiers which are paid, and they will give you access to courses and so on. From time to time, you will get free courses in the free tier as well. So if this has helped you, please leave a comment. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and share this with someone who might benefit from this. And I look forward to seeing you in the community. And lastly, I just want to say you are loved, you are worthy, champion your life, champion your greatness, and have an amazing day.